Welcome back. This video is about testing seasonality in time series data and how to get a deseasonalized time series. As we all know, time series data consists of four part. One is the observed one, another one is the trend, another is seasonal, and the final one is disturbance or random component. So when you have seasonality in the data and you have not deseasonalized the data and using any data having seasonal component and predicting the future values of that particular series, the variance will be very high. Seasonality will increase the variance of the predicted values of the time series. So one example of seasonality is the uh, when there is any festive season, there will be, for example, in India, when there is Dasara, their retail demand will increase hugely, and that is having a higher impact on the higher level of manufacturing retail good produced, which will get reflected in the index of industrial production. And if you are not removing this seasonality pattern, which is all the festive monsoon season effect and similar kind of events, then using a data time series data which contains seasonal component and predicting is not correct. So we have to remove that. So to remove the seasonality component from the actual data, we have to go step by step. We have to first see whether there is any seasonality in the data is there or not. Then we'll use certain package and remove the seasonal component from the data to get the seasonal time series data. In R, there are as in R, there are many methods or many packages to solve a similar single problem. So the most recent package for the deseasonal data is this one, seasonal package, and the earlier one is the deseasonalize this package. So I will use these two packages and show separately that how to get the deseasonalized data. What I am using the industrial index of industrial production data for Indian manufacturing industries here, and that data consist the data starts from 2005 and ends at 2015. So first thing in any kind of first step in any kind of analysis is that you have to see the data. So what I'll do, I'll plot it by typing plot index of industrial production, the data name, and I'm coloring that series in red color. So if you will look at the series, so you will observe a pattern. So this is the pattern. See, if you can observe at the beginning of every year, or in, since it's a monthly data, so here I can't exactly say in which month. So at the beginning of a particular year, there is this index of industrial production is going off, or at the end there is a down. So there is a clear pattern of movement during a certain point of a particular year. So it like the first evidence shows that there is some kind of seasonality is there. So to check whether there is seasonality or not, we will decompose the data. We'll decompose the data into trend, seasonal, and disturbance, a random component, by typing decompose. Decompose is the function which decomposes the time series data into three part. So I I generated new variable called decompose. Okay, decompose, this is not required. Okay, another variable I called decompose, which is which include consist of decomposing this IIP series. So if I'll plot, if I'll show that, now if I'll plot that, so plotting is simple. You have to just type plot the new variable which you created, that is decomp, come here, and I'm coloring all the series into blue color, so that's why this blue in blue color here. So you can see that. So this is the actual, I'll zoom it. Okay, this is the observed one. This is the trend which we just plotted in the last figure. This is the observed, and within that time series, this is the your trend one, and this is your seasonal pattern. See, you can see there is a clear pattern. You can very clearly see, and we also saw here also you can see it is there. Then this is the restoring sum. So we now know that there is seasonality in the data, seasonal pattern is there, and we have to remove this pattern and see how the actual data, deseasonal data looks like. And when we will do some modeling, we will use this deseasonalized time series data. So I'll close that one. Then to deseasonalize the data, the command, if you have using the first, the second seasonal package, or seasonal seasonal package to deseasonalize the time series, the command is simple. You have to call the function ACAS, and you have to create a new variable called, I created new variable called ACA IIP, and this function which will decompose my IIP, deseasonalize my IIP. So here there is no additional command or additional command you need. So for example, lag, all those things, AIC, VIC, you don't need that thing here. So you just have to type ACAS bracket your dataset name, then bracket close. So it's done. Now I'll first see how it is. Now it is running. Okay, now it's done, it's created. Now if I'll plot the ACIIP which I just created, it will look like this. Let's zoom it. Now this is your actual one, and after removing the seasonal component or deseasonalizing the data, the new data, deseasonalized data, is plotted in red color, and the actual one is in the black color. You can see all these seasonal movements have deduct this command. Using this command, we deducted all the seasonal movement from the actual data. Now it is a smooth. It only now contains your trend component and your random component. Seasonal component is removed. So this is plotting. So how to get that one, how to get the deseasonal data? To get the deseasonal data, we have to call the predict command. So I create a new variable called predict, CAIIP predict, then call the function predict, in bracket the seasonally adjusted data, this one. Okay, so then if I'll call it, another series is created. So we have our new series. If I'll write print ACA predict, now you will see that this is our deseasonal data, and there is a difference. If I'll now write print IIP, the actual data, you can compare. See here it is your 9, this is in 2005 April, the IIP value is 0.99 and here it is 0.02, somewhere it is, yeah. So now it is deseasonalized data. Then suppose if we want to check whether this particular deseasonalize the particular data is following following a AR process or MA process, we just have to call the function ACF and PSCF. That is, now here I am calling the ACF. I am taking maximum lag of 20. I'll show it. So now if you will see the ACF plot, it is saying after, this is the first lag, after the first lag the ACF values are declining eventually. That means this is of AR1 model. So there are many other function within this particular package seasonal. So and since I am in this video, I am interested in only deseasonalizing the data, I showed it. If in future many other if it require other test require this seasonal component, I will explore this package like bit more. Then there is and this is about the first package, which is most recently introduced in our June 6th of this year. Then there is another package which has been, people has been using that for a long time, that is called your deseasonalized package. So to use all these packages, you have to install it first, then you have to call it. Calling, you can call it by typing library and the package name. So now I'll show the using the old old package, how to deseasonalize the data. So for that, what we have to do, we have to type, we have to call the function ds, then your variable, the data frame name or the time series of for which you are the time series for which you are going to find out the deseasonalized data, that one. So here in our data we have only one variable, that's why we are writing the data IIP. Suppose in your data set there will be two variable, so in that case you have to write the data frame name dollar and the column name in which column for which you are going to find out the seasonal deseasonalized data. So here since our CG univariate time series and only one series available in that, only one series is there, so I am writing this. You can write it directly IIP. Then this is how many time period, this is it's ours is a monthly data, so I am writing this is this time period is 12. S is for the whether if it is a annual data or if it is a quarterly data, that way you have to specify S. So then M is for posterior value for mean, like how many number of observation it will take and find out the mean, and on the basis of that it will compute do the seasonalized procedure. This is for standard deviation. If I'm mentioning here 6, if it is 0 0, then it will take the overall mean of the time series. So and this is a types monthly data, so I wrote monthly. This is your true value. Okay, we don't bother about that. So then this is maximum lag, I'm taking 20. Then okay, the maximum value 20. Then we are finding out the base model by using AIC function. If I'll call it applying function criteria, if I'll call it, now it is running. It will take little time. Then what we'll get is deseasonalized data. Actually that function will get what is the AIC and values, what is the fs fm values, then by using the get ds we will get a deseasonalized time series of IIP. So it is taking bit more time. One thing is that this is simple, I can cancel it now, and since we need a deseasonalized data, we'll run this function. I'll cancel it. I don't know what is the problem. That should run, that should, because there is no problem. See monthly, okay, so I don't need this one since I have mentioned. Okay, now I run it. Okay, now it's done. So when you type, now it's okay. Now you can see that the IIP1 is there. I'll type IIP1. I'll just see what is the, now you see all the deseasonalized data is there. So in this way you can convert your data into deseasonalized data. So if you have any like doubt or you need any help, you can comment on this video, and if there is any mistake in this video, and if you will point it out, and I will correct it and will be more happy. Thank you very much for watching. This is for today's video.